Hello everyone, I'm Siddharthan. In this video, let's understand how we can create a Python virtual environment in Windows using terminal or a command prompt. Understanding this way of creating virtual environment will be really helpful to you if you are working with some cloud servers and EC2 instances and other stuff where you probably won't be having access to a graphical user interface, but you can just connect to the terminal of that remote system. So this is the purpose of this video, and let's get started. So the first requisite is that you need to download and install Python and make sure that Python is in the path so that you can access it from the terminal. And after that, we can create our virtual environment. And this is the advantage about virtual environment. So you can look at this. A Python virtual environment is an isolated space where you can work on your Python project separately from your system install Python. So on top of the system install Python, we will create a virtual environment where the libraries and the package are confined to that particular project, so that a different project may require a different library version and there is no conflict and so on. So we package this in a separate virtual environment for one particular project and have a separate virtual environment for another project. So that's the idea. So now I'll go to my search bar and open my command prompt. And if you want to know if you have Python in your path, you can just type in Python space double hyphen version. So this would give you the version of the Python that has been installed in your Windows PC. So if you're not seeing this, let's say you have already installed Python, but you're not seeing this, if you're getting some issues, that means Python is not added in your environment variables path. So in order to do that, you can kind of when you're installing this, you need to check this box where it says add Python to this path, or you can manually add this to the system path as well. So that's possible as well. So let's say that you have done all those steps and you can access Python and look at the version. So what you have to do is go to the particular directory from which you want to create this virtual environment. So I can do this here, but it will create this virtual environment within my user directory. So I don't want that. So let's say that I have this directory in my desktop. So I'll create a folder and say, Python projects or something. And you can have any projects in your any folder in your D disk or any disk. So right click on this space and go to this terminal, or the other way to do this is you can copy the entire path and come back to your prompt and say cd space paste that directory. So now you will be in users my name desktop Python projects. So you can either use a cd or you can right click here and go to the terminal. So that will also open this Windows PowerShell and the command prompt in this particular path. So we can do either of these things, but you can follow this cd process. So once you are in your desired directory, just say Python space -m venv space the name of your directory. So let's say that I'm naming this as my env, so my environment. So you can just press enter. So this may take like a minute or two, so depending upon your systems and other variables. But again, it's like a simple process. So here we are basically creating a virtual environment and naming this as my env. So this has completed creating that environment. So we are seeing this other line in this command prompt. So now you can open the folder that we have created, the Python projects, and this would have your myenv, your list of libraries and so on. But we need to activate that particular environment. So for that, you can say first the name of the environment. So again, make sure that you are in the project directory. So after that, say myenv. Again, this can be any name. I'm just using myenv. So myenv backslash scripts with uppercase yes, again backslash and say activate. So this will activate the environment and you will see the name of the environment here, and you can just do a pip list. So this will list the libraries that you have here. Here if you want, you can install the libraries as well. Let's say that we are installing NumPy or some other libraries with some versions and so on. So that will do that particular process. And if you want to execute some Python script, let's say a Streamlit app or something like that, you can kind of start that from this terminal itself, instead of having to use IDE like PyCharm and other stuff. So this is how we can create a virtual environment from your terminal. So now let's say that we have worked on this environment, and now we have to deactivate this and go back to this command prompt. You can simply type in deactivate. So this will deactivate, and again you won't see this my env there, and now we are in the command from the Windows terminal thing. So this is how you can create your virtual environment, and the next time you want to activate this, you can just again run the same command of my env slash script slash activate. So again this will open your virtual environment, and again you can run your Python commands, pip list, and other details as well. So now we can see we have NumPy installed. So you can just deactivate this here. So now let's say that you have worked on it and you don't need this virtual environment anymore. So either you can open this directory directly and you can right click and delete this, or let's say that you don't have that access to the graphic user interface and you want to understand how you can do this in the terminal. So you can just say rmdir, so that means remove directory, and /s and /q, say the folder name. The folder name is my env. So this is just like a process of removing the folder. It's not just for virtual environment. This is a process of removing a folder. So we have remove directory, and /s means this rm directory won't work if there are some contents within this directory. So this / will tell the command that even if there are some files within the directory, delete the directory. And then we have /q. That means it's running on quiet mode. That means it won't ask you for confirmation and other stuff. It will just delete this and name the directory. So the directory is in this Python project. So always make sure that you're in the correct directory, and then you can just say rmdir /s /q and just say the name of the folder and press enter. So now if you again come back here and open your Python projects, you won't see that. So we have just removed this. So this is how you can create a virtual environment in Windows PC via terminal. So the process is pretty much similar for Linux, Ubuntu, and other OS as well. Just the command slightly changes. So that is about it. So I hope this is useful to you, and I'll see you in the next upload. Thanks for watching.